Welcome back YouTube, this is Crafty K Gaming here with another top 10. Except something's off if you've seen my channel intro. Or my first top 10. That says my top 10 favorite Pokemon. But I've already done a top 10 list of my favorite Pokemon. What does this mean, you ask? Well, good thing I can hear you through the computer screen totally. Yeah, I'm redoing this. Fun fact, this is probably my most re-recorded video ever because it failed to upload, so then I had to re-record it. The first time I did it with this presentation, and I re-recorded it multiple times when I was doing my top 10. And I'm redoing this because I didn't like my first top 10 of it, and I've gone through some revisions. Number 10 is going to be very surprising. Carablast! So, you might know that I hate Carablast. And I do. But I love it. I have a love-hate relationship. I hated it, but now I love it. Like, I chose it to fight the Dark-type Elite Four, but it's, you know, Carablast, not fully evolved, little bug. So then, it just, like, got one shot or something. And then I didn't have a type advantage against an Elite Four member. And then, when it's like, oh my gosh, you can catch a Zekrom. Would you like to put away one of your team members? I was like, Carablast, nope. No brain thoughts at all. So it failed me during the Elite Four, but that's really my fault. And I'm sort of drawn to things. I'm drawn to the underdog. That's a very, very recurring theme for, like, most of this list. I'm drawn to the underdog, and Carablast, I mean, and I also just, like, I'm driven to like things that people hate. Everyone's like, ugh, Generation 5 is, like, the worst designs. It's my favorite generation! Even when it's, like, me hating something, I'm just like, I can't keep up this hate. I have to love it. Because that's just how I am. If you hate something enough, for long enough, then I will love it. That's just, like, a really weird, messed up, backwards logic thing. And, yeah. It's actually really cute, and Escavalier is really cool looking, and yeah, I'm drawn to the underdog, and I hated Carablast, so then I started to love it. Bisharp is number 9, because Bisharp was like your friend. And he or she was always a bit cooler than you. You were like, yeah. Then Bisharp becomes, well, actually, maybe not a bit cooler than you. But you were like, friends. And then Bisharp in Generation 6, everybody wanted it. It became OU. It was like an NU in Generation 5 because it got Defiant. And that was really good with Sticky Web and Defog, and it had Knockoff. So, it got really good. And I liked it when it was in NU, because it was an awesome looking Pokemon. I liked chess. I think I remember how to play it. I wish I played it more. But It just looks really cool. It's like a Power Ranger, and it's like a chess piece. It's like made of blades. Can't snuggle with it, but it's pretty cool. And then I'm like, Bisharp, you're so cool. And then it was the first Pokemon I bred, 5 IVs, Jolly, Brick Break, Swords Dance, Iron Head, Night Slash. My first competitively bred Pokemon, trained. It took like so long, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh yes, oh my gosh. And maybe Bisharp should be higher, but now it's so cool, and it's like everybody likes it, so then I don't like it, because it's like your friend, and then he or she becomes cool, and then you don't become cool, and then Bisharp just moves on without you. So, I think that, Bisharp deserves this spot. It would deserve a higher spot, but the Bisharp of today was not the Bisharp I befriended or something. Whatever. Number 8. Claydol. Claydol is, like, really cool looking, and you know that. Hopefully, if you've seen my top 10 coolest looking Pokemon. Like, Karrablast evolves into a Scavalier, that was on my list. Bisharp was on my list, Claydol was on my list. Yeah, I like a lot of Pokemon because of their looks. So then Claydol, I think it just looks awesome with its markings and its arms detached, and then it's got the eyes. It's like spinning around. And I played Showdown. I don't as much anymore, unless I'm doing a sweep showcase. But I played NU for a while, and I think I had fun because, you know, I like to use the underused Pokemon, or the never used, or the rarely used, or the P-used. Yeah, tier references. But Claydol moved down from RU to NU, and shortly after that, because of all the changes, I just like I couldn't use the Pokemon that I came to NU to use, which sounds weird, but it was like, I had a really fun team, but then the meta started to change, and I didn't want to change with it, so I was losing battles, and that wasn't fun. But if I'd stayed, I think I would have tried to use Claydol, because everybody was saying that it's just like bad, it didn't have good stats or bulk, but I think it's actually cool. So, yeah. Again, it was like the underdog. People didn't like it, so I liked it. Number 7, Feebas. I hated Feebas. I thought that it was a weaker Magikarp. Like, at least Magikarp got a Mega. I mean, it evolved into something that got a Mega. And Gyarados was good, but Milotic, whatever it is, however it's pronounced, wasn't as good as Gyarados. And it was easier to evolve. Like, level 20 isn't that hard when you're like comparing to like giving it max beauty or like a trade evolution. That's tough. But then I realized that Feebas had adaptability and egg moves. So I was like, whoa, cool! So then, it was, like I said, I played Showdown. So I did Little Cup, and I had a set. It was like Choice Specs Feebas with adaptability. Surf, Ice Beam, maybe, like, Hidden Power. And it doesn't actually really have good coverage, but I wanted to make it work, so I tried to make it work. But I was not good. Still, I realized that it's actually kind of better than Magikarp. Also, I hate the Magikarp fanboying. Want to say that? I don't think that it's funny that it's like this weak Pokemon that evolves into a strong one. Like, I don't hate it as much as I did, because I guess I'm not good at hating things. But it gets obnoxious. It's not really funny when people are like, oh yeah, it's Magikarp, it's so funny, let's make it sweep, because it's like this weak Pokemon, ha ha ha. That was funny like 10 years ago. Number 6. Flygon. This is a new addition to the list. Another new addition. Like, there's been a lot of mix-ups so far. And Flygon just really looks cool. Again, it's the underdog. Again. Once more. I'm trying to think of ways to say again, interestingly, because, you know, I'm saying against the underdog a lot. Because I like that. Because I'm not, like, the cool #1 person. I'm like the, you know, person. So Garchomp's like, ha, I've got better speed and attack and bulk and we've got the same special attack. But I'm like, you know, Flygon, you're amazing just the way you are. You're beautiful, it's true. I don't know if that was some song reference or what, but Flygon just looks really cool. I think that I just love its design and how it looks like a dragonfly, but also looks like a dragon. Like, I don't know if there's anything I can say about it, but it's like, it really deserved a Mega, but apparently Game Freak couldn't think of a design for it, so they didn't give it one. But, you know, I think the Flygon's good with that one. And if I had a Flygon or a Trapinch, I think it would be like having a kid. At first, it's Trapinch, and it rushes around, and it walks into things because it's got a big head. It's like a toddler. And that would be adorable. Because maybe I do dream about life as a Pokemon trainer. So what? But, you know, it's like Trapinch is kind of cute. It's like this little big head thing. It looks really clumsy, like something that would be like rah, 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 rah. It pretends to be fierce, and that like walks into a rock, and that's like and that is Vibrava. Vibrava is cool. It's like a thing. And like when Trapinch evolved, you'd be so proud, but it would be kind of like aloof. You'd be like, oh, they grow up so fast. And then it's Flygon, it's like this protector. And it's mature. And it's like a friend that you raised, which is weird. But whatever. And it would be like, you could fly around with it, and you could be like BFFs, and it could protect you. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Let's just, number 5. Bit of Piebird, big pecs, cost 1-hit KO them Sunkerns, yeah! Woo! So, I catch an amazing Pidove in my Black 2 Nuzlocke. I don't think it's really a spoiler, because Piebird's so amazing that he will just, like, people have got to tell you about him. If you've watched it. You probably didn't. Whatever. Pidove, I really like it. Because it's cute, sort of. But mostly just because Piebird. So, yeah, in the Nuzlocke, my Black 2 Nuzlocke, because I have that Soul Silver one, which is sort of happening. Whatever. And in my black toon Nuzlocke, I catch an awesome pedo, name him Piebird, and then I freak out because he starts like one-hit KOing things with Gust, but it's like sun curtains. And then things try to leer him, but he's like got big pecs. I'm like, big pecs, massive pecs. Piebird's got massive pectoral muscles. I love Piebird. Number 4, Slack Off. It's a sloth. It's a cute sloth that could be your doormat. It would be the most amazing thing ever in, like, the winter when it's cold, because Slack Off, I would just, like, drape it on me. Like, it's got long arms, so I could just be like, okay, Slack Off. Just, like, have it, put the long arms over my arms, like a backpack. I'd just be like, oh my gosh, it's like I've got, like, heater on my back. I think I should also talk about Vigoroth, because that was also tied for the spots. When I did my first one, it's also really cool. I don't like slacking as much, but Vigoroth was one of my first, I guess you could say, signature sets. Like, you know, like sets that I tried that were actually somewhat effective. Slack Off, Bulk Up, Eviolite, Vigoroth. If you tried to fight it with a physical and it got enough bulk ups, and that it could just like outpace you, it was good. Kind of. When it worked good. But this is mostly just, I love Slack Off. I realized I love sloths after I watched a show on them. They're not like my favorite animal, but they're just so chill. Like, look at that face. Look at that face on Slack Off. Number 3. Number 1. Number 3 is number 1 in the Pokédex. The National Pokédex, Bulbasaur's number 1, even though it's actually number 3 on this list. Bulbasaur was my number 1 for a really long time, but he's been replaced by my love of cats. That's so cute. Bulbasaur is like, oh, yay! Yay! Yeah, it's like, again, once more. Yes, it's the underdog. People like Charizard, because, you know, it's the cool dragon. People like Blastoise, so they can win a ton of battles against Charizards. People don't really like Bulbasaur. It's like the grass type. Grass has a ton of weaknesses. The most weaknesses tied with rock. On the bright side, Bulbasaur is good against the first 2 gym leaders in Kanto, so that's cool. But, thankfully Mega Venusaur is, like, pretty good. And I just love Bulbasaur. I think it would be, like, a good friend. Like, out of all of the starters, I'm choosing Bulbasaur. I'm planning to do a Super Mystery Dungeon playthrough, by the way. Because, you know, I should be doing new content. And I'm probably choosing Bulbasaur as myself. Because it's Bulbasaur. And I love it. And, yeah. Bulbasaur's just awesome. And it's kind of the underdog, because it's got, like, a bad typing, sorta. But, you know, I still love it. Number 2, Esper. Esper. Oh, Esper. The eyes. People don't like the eyes, but I like it. I love Esper. It's a cute little, like, purplish, gray kitty. I love kitties. They're my favorite animal. I love cats. Oh, like Esper, the little white things. It's like it's wearing little white gloves, and like little white booties, and little like white tufts on its ears. Esper is adorable. It looks so soft. You can just tell from looking that Esper is a soft little kitty that you could pet. Hopefully with its eyes closed, because that bothers people. I think that the eyes are actually something that makes it special. I think the Esper without the eyes would look kind of messed up. Yeah. Yeah. Esper's eyes are pretty great. Boo. Yeah. Number 1, drumroll please. Ow, I'm slapping my thighs, that hurts. Skitty! Oh my gosh, Skitty, I love Skitty, it's a cute little kitty, I love Skitty! I told you, I love cats. And this was probably pretty obvious. If you've seen my first one, then you know that Skitty was my number 1 back then. And I probably wouldn't like Carablast more than my number 1 favorite suddenly, in that short amount of a time. So, it's a pink little kitty. It chases its tail. Definitely, in my opinion, the cutest Pokemon. And that's also why I'm probably not doing a cutest Pokemon list. Because, like, I love a lot of these Pokemon because they're cute. Like, Carablast, Esper, Bulbasaur, to an extent. Skitty! Skitty, too. Like, I like a lot of these because they're cute, so it would be a kind of obvious list. Because you know a lot of it. But Skitty, it's a kitty. I love the psychic and normal types, which is why I like Esper. And why I love Skitty. So it's just adorable. It's a pink little kitty. Now, I hate hot scale on Maillard action because Skitty should be allowed to pursue love interests other than whales. That's my public service announcement. Maybe I should make like a company or something. Please donate to the Let Cats Pursue Love Interests Other Than Blue Whales Fund. I don't know what the acronym would be, but it's probably bad. I just love Skitty! Skitty! Kitty! It's a kitty! It's the kitten Pokemon. It's pink. It's got a cute face. Yes! It's got a little hand on its tail. And, I love its move pool. First of all, Assist is amazing. It's like, Skitty, use Hyper Beam. Oh, look at this little kitty. Pizz, lasers. Skitty used Fly. It doesn't have wings, but it can still fly. Skitty used anything except for, like, Transform and Sketch and Explosion and actually a lot of moves, really. But it used the... Yeah, it's cool. Skitty's cool. And I want Skitty. Of all the Pokemon, I want a Skitty. Because, in like real life, because it can use Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. Aww, I'd be like petting my little Skitty, and then this like guy comes up or something maybe, and he's being a mean jerk, and I'm like, Skitty, sick him. And then it's like, ow! And he's like, you're gonna fight me with a cat? And then gets shocked and frozen, and I love Skitty, yeah! Until next time, this is Crafty K Gaming signing out. I got kind of carried away. This is a super long video for just 10 Pokemon, really.